Hi guys, it's Emily from Doa Deer Nursery. It's the end of painting day 3. Technically it's painting day 4. I did have a brief opportunity to do some painting a couple days ago, but I only managed to squeeze in about 2 hours of work, so I'm not counting it as a full day of painting. So I just wanted to give you a quick little details video about where both girls are at right now. So I'm going to start with Serenity. She's Serenity by Laura Lee Eagles. You can see, they're clearly not assembled. I just sort of roughly placed them on a blanket to give you an idea of what they'll look like complete. So as you can see, compared to my skin tone, she's a beautiful kind of dark caramely shade. She is going to be a biracial baby, and so her skin tone is about as dark as it's going to get. So that's where she's at right now. And then over here we have Little Miss Charlotte by Denise Pratt. She's also a custom, so she's not available for sale. And she is going to be an African American skin tone baby. So she is going to end up getting a little bit darker. But she's looking really beautiful as well. I'm really excited to see her finished. And so you guys know I've had a couple questions on Instagram about kind of how I do my ethnic skin tones. There are no hard and fast rules. It's just kind of a play by ear, learn as you go sort of thing. But my biggest help that I can attribute to is the Kate Charles AA Reborn skin tone painting tutorial. I'm not going to show you, all the details inside because that would be unfair to Miss Charles. You do have to buy this tutorial. Just kind of give you a little peek without showing any of the details. It covers all sorts of things from prepping the kit, base skin tone layers, mottling, shading, creasing, all the way down to final details. So I would say I'm following this not strictly, not down to the T, and I do add a bit of my own steps in between, but for a general guide, this has been super, super helpful. So I would recommend contacting Miss Charles if you want to get this tutorial for yourself. And now is, I guess, officially the beginning of painting day 5. I've decided that today I'm just going to focus on hair. I think it's kind of good after, I've spent about 4 days working on skin tone and complexion and blushing and detailing, that it's nice to kind of break things up, work on hair for a while, and then come back to doing the finishing touches. But in the meantime, I just wanted to show you some of their details. So first we have Little Miss Serenity Eagles here. As you can obviously see, she's got the beginnings of her painted hair. So I mostly have just been focusing on outlining. You can see there's nothing painted on the back yet. I started at the crown and kind of started this swirl, working my way down towards the hairline. And as you can see, the hairline she's going to sort of have is it sort of brushing forward and then naturally kind of moving to the sides on either side of the head. So there is no one distinct part. And I did start on the sideburns a bit and started to show the pathways of how that's going to connect up to the crown. She's got some brows, if I can get it to focus in on them, and some sideburns over here too. There we go. I have done more detailing on her lips and eyes and ears. So once her hair is done, she will be almost complete. She has very little skin painting left to do. So let me also show you some of her skin painting. Here is her tummy plate. I just love this tummy plate. You can see we've got some darkening of the belly button and the nipples, a little bit of some redness down the chest, and a tiny bit down here, kind of over about where the diaper straps would sit. And then her hands and feet, I did begin her nail details. As you can see, she's got fine little nail tips and half moons. Her nails aren't fully detailed yet, but it's a good start. You can see I've really started to add the tones on the inside of the hands. You can see she's got her inner hand creasing and blushing. She's definitely gotten more shading and creasing all over her limbs and hands and tips of her fingers. And then her feet is pretty much kind of at the same stages. She's got some nail detail, she's got some more darkening and shading, some pink and peach on the inside of her feet, so those are coming along nicely. And now over onto Little Miss Charlotte. So let me move this out of the way in hopes it'll focus. She is getting close to done as well. You can see she's got some beautiful dark brown brows, which to me look a little bold at the moment, but I always find that once I do lashes, the eyebrows look more subtle than I intended. So I'd rather go a little bit bolder so that when I give her nice, thick, dark lashes, they'll look in balance. I've given her a little freckle here and a little freckle here. She's got a couple little surprise freckles on her limbs. I just thought that suited her really nicely. Her lips are getting close to done. She does need some more darkening to the outline of her lips, but I love the overall color. She is going to be bald, so you can see she's got a very heavily modeled back of the head to add lots of realism to this bald head. And then onto her limbs, pretty much the same thing. Her tone, it's not showing too well on camera, but she is about a shade to 2 shades darker than Serenity is, and she's more of a true brown than like a caramel brown. So she's got more shading on her hands and arms as well. She started to get the color to the inside of her hands. She doesn't have her nail details yet. I'm going to be doing that on her probably tomorrow. Her little legs. I love her legs. I think they've come along really nicely. You can see she's got, you know, kind of the nice highlights on the knees and parts of the tops of the thighs, and then nice kind of darkening on the tops of her feet. Got another little surprise freckle there. Color to the bottom of her feet. So they're both coming along really well. They, you know, as always, I was given some trouble at certain points in the process, but now that they're nearing completion, I'm really, really happy with them. I'm sorry this is getting a little long-winded. I'm going to go ahead and set up my painting supplies for Little Miss Serenity's hair over here and see how far we get today. So it's now Friday, and hopefully the last day of painting these two girls. So I just wanted to show you what I managed to get done yesterday. You can see I got a lot more hair filled in on Serenity here. I have kind of given myself some general outlines because I want to keep the same wavy texture that I've got on the top in the back, so this helps keep me going in a wavy pattern rather than just going straight down. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower in the back. And yeah, so I'm just working on the final detailing on both kits. Charlotte is in the oven right now. I just did her nail tips. So what we have left to do today is finish their final painting details, seal and texture them, and then we're going to do glazing on the lips and nails and rooting eyelashes, and then it's time for assembly. So we still got a lot to go today, so hopefully we can get it all done. Alright guys, so I wanted to give you a quick update. It is now just about 3 o'clock and I have gotten Little Miss Charlotte here all done. She was officially born at 2:03 p.m. this afternoon, and once she was all assembled, I did go ahead and take a bit of a lunch break. And back over here I just made myself an iced coffee because I'm starting to feel a little bit drained and just need to perk up a little bit. But back to Serenity, I did go ahead and seal her limbs and her tummy plate and do the glazing on her nails. since I was doing all that for Charlotte anyway. The only thing I left out was her head, because I don't want to do any of those things until her painted hair is completely done. You can see I've made a bit more progress on the back of her head. Not a ton. I really have been focusing on finishing their painting, sealing, glazing, rooting lashes, all that stuff. So that's where most of the time has gone. Her body, her cloth body, is also weighted and stuffed and has her Wonder Wafer in it, so that when she is done, she will be ready to assemble. So let's get back to it. Alright guys, it's the final stretch. I know this looks a little creepy, but Serenity is nearly done. I had truly just enough glass beads to finish weighting her. I got down to the very last bag and it was just enough to fill all the limbs and the body, and then I already had a weighted pair of pantyhose for the head set aside, so we had just enough over here. I am all set up, ready for kind of the final steps. I've got my stuff here for rooting lashes, stuff for doing the glazing, glue for setting the lashes, and then I've got my setting magnet with an extra magnet clipped to it right now, so I can set that. I'm a little all over the place. I modified some bottles. They're setting right now, and here she is. Her head is cooling. I am going to give her a second bake to really set her varnish once she's cool, and then just a couple things left to do. Alright guys, we are almost there. I just finished up rooting her lashes and doing her glazing. You can see on her lips and a little bit on the inner and outer corners of her eyes, tiny bit in the nostril and in the deep part of the ear canal. She looks so cute. I'm really happy with her. You can see her painted hair all the way around the back. Now I'm just waiting for her glazing to set so that I can give her a magnetic pacifier. I want to wait until the glazing's completely set and dry because I don't want to put this pacifier on her face and have it rub off her glazing. But we're almost done, guys. It's, I think, about 6 o'clock. So I've been working all day, but I'm so happy that they're both nearly finished. And here she is, guys. Little Miss Serenity Eagles, born at 6:02 p.m. on June 3rd. I seriously love both these girls. I'm so happy with how they turned out. But I am totally beat. I'm gonna go have a snack and then go unwind. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me this week. It was a really fun process, kind of recording little snippets of their transformation and progress throughout the week. If you enjoyed this type of video, please comment below or give me a thumbs up to let me know you enjoy it. And maybe we'll do this again with my next round of custom orders. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.